Today I want to show off some gameplay footage of Children of Morta. It is a action, hack and slash, roguelike game that looks just very beautiful and it's fun to play. I played the first about 15 minutes or so on my PC because this game was included in December 2020's Humble Choice Bundle. That's how I got this. I've been looking at this game for a while to play on Nintendo Switch, and here we have our main character, our first character I should say, not our main character. Margaret awoke, startled. You play as a family of basically monster hunters, of adventurers, generations of them actually. And in the first 15 minutes has a really good narration, a great voice. Just look at all this pixel art, and I love the flames in the right corner of the screen. And it's just brilliant how the camera work is. I mean, this is some of the most fluid pixel art that I've ever seen. I'm just going to talk a little bit about this, commentate over, a few minutes of this, and then let the rest of the footage speak for itself. But as I was saying, I've been keeping my eyes on this. This game's been on my radar because I love action games. I love Diablo-esque, Gauntlet-esque kind of games with hack and slash that you can just sink hundreds of hours into, dozens of hours into, more or less. And pixel art visuals on this is just top notch. Brings me back to my Super Nintendo heritage of playing games like Children of Morta. And there's just seems like to be a lot to love here. I'm definitely going to be sinking a lot more time into this. The controls are pretty simple, as you're about to see. This is just the opening cutscene. We're seeing Margaret, this elderly woman, going through this forest, and she knows something's afoul, something's afoot, and she's climbing. She's a brave little woman. Look at her. We would all want grandmas to be as awesome as her. She's so brave, isn't she? Like, I wouldn't even want to go on the top. What is this? What are we looking at? We don't know. We don't know. Has it begun again? What's begun? Lightning, there's things floating, the heck of moons and planets in the sky. Who knows what's going on here? And I think it hooks me in right from the beginning. Just look how this is like a watercolor painting, doesn't it? The visuals and the game, the genre, always impressed me about this. And here we are, we have the family all together, and this is kind of unique as well. I can't really think of any game that has you playing with multiple family members or interacting. Like, this is going to be a cutscene right here that is basically having the son take different parts or like different items from each of the family members. And I think this is pretty unique. Like, in Diablo, you're not really given it. You're like, go kill demons. Okay, I will. I will do that. In this one, though, you're hugging your wife, you're kissing your child goodbye, and yeah, it's pretty cool. I had fun with my little time here. Walking out the door, all so stoic. Loading's not too bad. It could definitely be longer, but then again, I am playing this on my PC, in which I have a 1 terabyte solid state drive. So maybe that's why it doesn't take that long. But I mean, I'm glad it doesn't take that long. It allows me to jump back into this beautiful world that I really want to experience. So here we go. We're finally into the game right here. I did check out the controls before this. There is a place in the menu to do so. So I know that the left stick is the move. You have a primary attack with one button, one of the face buttons. And then you also have a secondary attack that will open up in just a little bit with another one of the face buttons. A shoulder button allows you to use a shield, and then you have a health bar. Of course, enemies are around. Enemies are sneaking in this forest. The controls are very smooth and responsive as far as I'm concerned, and up to the point that I've played. So I don't really have any qualms about that. I don't really know what that is on the ground right there. I was trying to figure that out. I don't know if that was a save point or a checkpoint or, some place to restore your health. So I'm still trying to, figure it out myself. I do love the narration. I'm going to keep on repeating that. The narration in this game kind of reminds me of, not Transistor, but Bastion. Those games had really good narration. So this is really cool. Like, get away from me, you little slide muse. What are you doing? I do not need any of this in my life right now. Go away. And I don't even ask questions. Like, are you peaceful slimes? Are you going to be... Do you just want to hug? Do you want me to pet you? I don't see any cats around here, so maybe you just want to get pet. But no, I just press the X button, the face button, to do my primary attack. And like I said, it's very satisfying. It's very smooth. There's not a lot of lag here. I am playing with the the new Xbox Series controller. Feels really nice to hold in the hand playing this kind of game. These monsters are a little bit more erratic. They move a little bit faster. Those are the health pickups. I noticed that I don't need health. Why don't need to get those? I'm glad they don't allow you to pick them up when you're at full health, because I am going to end up needing to go back. Like right now, I'm like, might as well. I just got touched by the demon. No, thank you, sir. Please stop. Please stop hitting me. I want to kill your little slimy cats. I know they just want to be pet, but... And definitely I had another healing behind, but I just want to keep on going forward. I want to see what is off this screen, what is going on in this odd little forest, and I will definitely not come here for a picnic. No sirree, you will not catch me putting out a blanket and some sandwiches. If you look at the ground right there, it looks like it's blood-soaked. I have no idea what's going on, but now we're able to use our shield with a shoulder button, the LB button. It's pretty cool. It's a little interesting. You can move while you're doing the shield. I find that it's kind of not difficult, but it's going to take me a second to have a learning curve to hold it in the right direction. But I think I'd prefer to just slash and kill. And that's what I learned. I'm like, I'm here for the action, okay? Defense, that can stay in the drawer. I already have the tools I need, which is primary attack and secondary attack. This thing's interesting. I almost skipped that, but you have to press B to activate this, but then you can actually hold B to skip these kind of narrations, these in-between conversations that are going on, these tutorial kind of messages, by just holding the B button. So that's cool if you just want to just plow through this, skip ahead. Here, this is something new. There's added like some gemstones that you're going to need to use to open greater chests, it looks like. So again, just all that kind of tutorial missions, not tutorial missions, but tutorial things to do while gaining damage enemies burn in fire, getting Atar's ignition? Ignite! I know the main part of that. Ignite. And this little feral dog, cat, wolf thing, just like, man, you're just dancing, look at you, just moving around. But I quickly figured out its kind of pattern that it has, and I hope there's going to be more monsters like this where it's really about pattern recognition or, just figuring them out. I love that. I love that kind of setup. Like in Monster Hunter, you really need to learn the monsters before you're able to defeat them. And then, of course, we now have a skill tree, and sign me up. Skill trees are so awesome. I love them, especially when they're done right, and this looks like it's done right. To get one skill point, of course, we're going to have to use it on the very first one, because this is a tutorial trying to help you learn the different things that you can do in this game. So I went back to just check out what Heaven Strike's going to do. It's going to allow me to have a secondary ability to call down swords from the heavens to strike a bunch of enemies. And I can only guess that, in the next couple seconds I'm going to have to use it, because that's what they've been doing. They've been giving us abilities and then require us to use it right afterwards. But, like right here. Skeleton Knights? Goblins? No, they're goblins. Die goblins! And I was hoping that the sword attack was going to do more damage. And I'm just taking so much damage. I'm taking all these hits, and I'm like, I don't care anymore. I could be trying to use my shield or dodging more. And I know definitely as the game progresses, I can already tell that it's going to get a lot more difficult. But I'm ready for the challenge. But yeah, this is just Children of Morta gameplay footage. This game's on many different consoles, including the Nintendo Switch and on the PC. I'm playing the Steam version here. I've enjoyed my first 10 or 15 minutes with it. I'm going to let you go ahead and watch the remainder of this footage without me blabbing over it. I hope you enjoyed this. You learned a little bit more. Maybe this got you interested or excited to keep on playing this game. I mean, I know I am, and I can't wait to explore the rest of this beautiful, twisted world. Let me know in the comments if you played Children of Morta, if you have any, information or anything you want to say about it. I would love to read all about your Children of Morta experiences. As always, thanks for joining the party. Listen to me ramble, and I'll see you in the next exciting gameplay footage. And enjoy.
Remaining calm and collected, the shock of his heart-skipping beats was concealed in expert fashion. Before him stood Linda, his eldest daughter, with bow and quiver at the ready, determined to do her part. Before the Guardians were not beasts feeding, but monsters consuming, destroying others. They corrupted and distorted, creating even more hungry husks. Both father and daughter gathered their thoughts, their hearts heavier than before. How would they explain what they had witnessed? The ancient tree had been cut down. Together, father and daughter described the horror, the creatures dripping with decay that slithered into bodies stuck between life and death to bolster their ranks. Grandma Margaret confirmed what they all feared. It was the corruption, a cruel entity spoken of only with hushed voices, an ocean of darkness that flowed from the top of Mount Morta. And the Bergsons' duty was to stand against this devouring deluge of death. Kevin was also eager to do his part in the family's fight, especially when his older brother Mark was off somewhere. He was as much a guardian of their mountain home as any of them. She stood. If they were to reach the summit and destroy this evil, as the Bergsons of old had done in the past, they would need the assistance of the Sanctuary. Given to the Bergsons by Rhea herself, the Sanctuary was a gateway to the mysterious lands around the mountain. Margaret pointed to the huge crystal at the center of the den, revealing their next task: to activate it and open the way to the source of the corruption. And once Rhea's 3 spirits are gathered on the grounds, the only gate to the top of Mount Morta will open in this chamber. By himself, or with the assistance of those who loved him, John needed to gather the 3 spirits from their lands. Without them, he would not be able to stem the flow of the corruption.
Hey you! Yeah, you! Thanks for watching my video. It means the world to me. So please, think of subscribing, stick around, and watch even more great videos on my channel.